Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, May 14th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update, and we should be good to go. All right, looks like we are good. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here. All right, link sent out. As people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start market liquidity over here. So we got liquidity here, here, here. And then going down to the 8-hour time frame. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. Going down to the 2-hour. Down to the 1-hour. Down to the 30-minute. So you guys can see that big spike candle right there. That was from the news this morning. This is what we expected. We'll come back and take a look at that shortly. All right, so liquidity's been marked up. Let's go back to the 1 minute. So looking at liquidity over here, the closest level above is going to be at 39,624, and the closest level below is going to be at 39,405. Those are the two closest levels of liquidity to current price right now. They're still a bit of a way from each other, so the closest one that will probably get hit is the upper level here. But we'll see what happens when the market actually opens in the next 6 minutes here. So good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, May 14th. It's 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. See who's here so far. Morning, Daniel. Morning, Sadie. Morning, Maria. Morning, Delisa. Morning, everybody. Looks like people are still joining in. So let's go over to the clean chart over here. It's markup 6:30. Markup 8 o'clock. I'm going to go up to the 4-hour time frame. So let's see. We got structure right here. We got structure up here. We also have structure down here and structure down here. Looking over here at the 1-hour time frame, we got structure right there, structure right there, structure right there. A lot of these lower structures that have been sitting here for a while, they're pretty far from current price, so I'm not expecting price to touch them. But that's about it. So going back to the 1 minute here, as you guys can see, we have the 4-hour structure right above for resistance. We don't really have a nearby support, but I'll draw that up as we get closer to market open here. So, all right, guys, 5 minutes till market open and market structure over here. We have a 4-hour resistance up here, and that's pretty much it. Everything else below is kind of far off, so we're not going to pay too much attention to that, at least not yet. But as the market moves around, I'll mark up new structure as they appear. Here is our main chart. Let's take a look at the news for today. So we had news over here at 3 o'clock, 5:30, 5:55, And that's about it. So 3, 530, 555. Mark that up real quick. So at 3 o'clock, which is right here, this big red candle. 530, which is the high impact news right here. And 555, which was well, the 555 lines up with 3 o'clock news. Okay, so got that marked up right there. We have Fed Chair Powell speaking at 7 o'clock. So that's going to be like our main thing to look out for here. We also have Fed Chair Cook or Fed Cook speaking right now at 6:10. So Fed Cook speaking right now. Fed Chair Powell is going to be speaking at 7 o'clock. So we'll see if we can get some entries before that. If not, we'll try to be a little more careful after he comes on. But you guys can see the crazy candle movement today, this morning. We had news over here at 3 o'clock, big spike to the downside, correction back up. News at 5:30, big spike down, correction back to the top right here. And then we had a small little news event right here as well at 5:55. Came down slightly, corrected back up, then it came right back down. So we got everything good to go, guys. The market is going to open in about 3 minutes. Looking over here at CNBC, nothing really going on right here. We had some breaking news earlier this morning to stocks making the biggest pre-market moves: GameStop, AMC, Alibaba, Sony, and more. And this will be updated a little later. Other than that, there's no other news for today. Retail sentiment is currently 76% short. There, a lot of retailers are looking to sell the market, of course, how they have been for the past couple months. But I mean, we'll see if this here starts climbing up. It doesn't really matter to us too much. We're going to take trades wherever they come. But we are going to let the market kind of stabilize here as it opens up in the next 2 minutes. Hey, Brock, how's it going? Morning. Jacob's asking if anybody's having trouble with Trade08. Mine's fine. I logged in right now just to have my background. So mine's looking okay. But all right, so let's get this going. Market's going to open up in about 2 minutes. ATR is currently at 11 right now, so it's a bit elevated. It's a little bit higher than usual. As you guys know, yesterday ATR was like at 6, 8, picked up to like 10, 12, and then never really got to 15. Right now it's at 10, 11, so it's higher than normal, but this is how the ATR should be. When the market opens and it starts moving in the next minute or so, it's probably going to pick up to 14, 15, where it should be normally for the spring market. But the thing you want to be careful for is Powell speaking at 7. And also leading up to Powell as well. So we currently have a bearish trend right now. That's not very strong, but it's shifting to bearish. If that's the case, PRB might be looking like a sell. But other than that, we will see here when market opens up in a few moments. So you got market opening up in about 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Market is opening up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is now open, guys. So here goes the opening candle right here. Color that blue. All right, so we look good right here. Not too much crazy movement here on open. So we'll see where this goes. If this keeps dropping lower, then great. We'll have a continuation to the downside. You might even get a momentum divergence if it keeps dropping. I don't think the momentum here, but the divergence has shifted to the bottom yet. So we had a sell signal here. there was a sell signal, bearish divergence, retraced up right here. It hasn't corrected back down yet. So, I mean, possibly. You guys can see the ATR is now at 16, so it's doing exactly what we anticipated. So I said earlier, the ATR is at 11. It's probably gonna pick up to like 14, 15. It's actually at 16 right now. So the ATR is pretty decent for today. There's volatility in the market, obviously based off the news from this morning, and we'll see where this goes. Obviously, we want price to be away from these red flags over here. So we need price to get out of this area before we start looking for trades. All right, so I need price to push out of this area here. And then I'll look for some entries up here. Or I need price to push below here. And I'll take entries down here. This whole area in the middle is manipulation, so I don't mess with anything right now. Let's wait for price to push out of this area here. And then we'll go from there. So we got price pushing up right here. We have a momentum signal that just came up. Divergence here is bullish, so we can look for price to likely climb up, retrace, and continue climbing from there. And then we can look for momentum divergence for a buy. But you guys can see where price is currently at. It's having trouble getting past these sessions right here. This is why I said not to trade in this area, because this is an area of manipulation. So we'll come back and take a look at that shortly. You can see price is rejecting off the 4-hour resistance right now, not having a lot of luck getting past that area. However, if it does push up, you can see we have liquidity sitting up here. So if it does finally get past this point, it's probably going to blast through here and shoot up higher. That's what's likely to happen here. All right, so nothing going on here. Not enough power to push past this area here. Again, there's sessions right here, area of manipulation, and then also there is 4-hour resistance right here as well. So just gotta sit tight, wait for price to push out of this area. Once we get that push up, we'll look for some possible opportunities here to come up. All right, there we go with that bullish push right there that we were looking for. Now we just got to wait for this bullish push to actually hold. So this could be a possible high-low scalp, but again, I wouldn't take it because it is touching the sessions right there. Looks like the liquidity here got hit, guys. So if anybody caught that first level of liquidity right there off the first touch, went straight to its TP there. So there goes a first level of liquidity right there, full TP. If anybody caught it, nice work. Thanks, Nick, for identifying that. So there goes liquidity there. Again, there's no confirmation here of price climbing up just yet. As you can see, price is still having trouble getting past the sessions right here. Area of manipulation, like I said earlier. This is a clear example of why you don't want to trade around this area here, right? You guys can see the fake outs. Price pushes up, pulls back down. Price pushes up, has trouble getting past the sessions over here, pulls right back down. It's an area of manipulation. Looking over here at the clean chart, as you can see, price is also rejecting off the 4-hour resistance. So there's just a lot of reasons not to take trades in this specific area, because you can see how price gets manipulated. Pushes up, fakes out, comes right back down into the range. Looks like the range is probably going to be within this little area right here. Once we get a lower low established, I'll mark up a support level. And then once you have that, you can see where price is actually ranging from. But for right now, you guys can see it's pretty obvious. It's going to range within the manipulated areas right here. We have the London low. We have the Asia high, Asia low, New York low. And then we have news in the middle. We have news and opening price right here. So this whole area right here is just an area that you should totally avoid altogether. Because what's probably going to happen here is price will probably come down a little bit, fake out again right here, and then come right back into the range. Fake out, come back into the range, fake out, etc. Right? Yeah, exactly. Nick said it's probably waiting until Powell speaks. That's exactly my guess as well. It's probably going to consolidate here until Powell speaks at 7 o'clock. It's going to consolidate and range within this area here. And then once Powell speaks, it's going to break out, probably climb up or climb down. A lot of different opportunities here that can play through, so you gotta be a little careful. So the news from this week, let's check. I think inflation went up. Um, yeah, so inflation over here went up, it looks like. That wasn't exactly great for. So they're forecasting it to be 3. It was actually higher than they thought, 5%. So I mean, we'll see. We're not going to predict anything here. We're just going to see how the market reacts to it. We don't really care if the news is positive or negative, because for me personally, I like to see news get manipulated. So that's kind of what happened here. So you can see over here at the 5 minute at 5:30 news, the news is positive, but it spiked down and then it ended up correcting back up. So this is what I like to see. When news happens, I like to see how price kind of gets manipulated to the opposite direction, and then it comes back up for correction. So that's typically where price is and what's supposed to go, to begin with. So if that's the case, then I'm expecting price to be bullish when Powell speaks. See over here, wholesale prices rose 0.5% in April, more than expected. So that's not necessarily good, because it just means that inflation is going up, right? So with the inflation news here, Powell's going to speak. I can already assume what Powell's probably going to say. He's probably going to say something along the lines of, inflation is going up, but we're controlling. They're in control, and then it's probably going to go back to normal over the next couple of months. I could already assume Powell's going to say that. He's going to have some sort of reasoning why inflation is going up, why wholesale prices are going up. Because the thing is, the wholesale prices, if they go up, it's going to trickle down to the consumer, right? So it's not good for anybody. The retailers are going to have to sell that at a higher price, and the consumers have to buy it at a higher price. So it's not good for the economy. But I'm pretty sure when Powell speaks, he's going to have good things to say about it. There's a reason behind why it went up, and they're doing that to control inflation. So just sit tight and wait. All right, so this might be a momentum divergence here. Let me check real quick. Okay, this next candle. So this next candle here, if this candle closes green, this is going to be a momentum divergence. The problem with this here is that it's touching the session, so I would not mess with this trade here. But this is a momentum divergence setting up. We have a buy signal here, price retraced on this divergence to the bottom, and then it switched back up on this candle right here. So if this candle closes green, this is a momentum divergence. However, I'm not going to take this trade here because it is touching the sessions, which is a very clear red flag for us. So I'm not taking the trade here. I'll follow it, and we'll kind of see where it goes. But what I'm assuming here is that if this here closes green, this is going to push to the upside. That would have been the case if it wasn't touching the sessions, and it did right there. So you can see right there, it looks like it probably hit TP already. Yeah. So this thing went straight to full TP right there. This was a momentum divergence entry. It's what I was looking for. I was hoping price would push up a little bit higher, and then I could catch it up here. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that because of obvious reasons here. Price was at the sessions, right? So yeah, unfortunately, this was the entry that I was looking for the momentum divergence. But again, like I said earlier, I wasn't able to take it because it was at the sessions, and that was a red flag for me. So it's all good. Second touch of liquidity right there. Thanks, Nick, for the heads up. Yeah, Nick said my breakout right before because there's always that pre-volatility, yeah, based off the news. So you can see over here, I mean, the price is doing exactly what I anticipated, because I did say that Powell's probably going to have good things to say, and that's probably what's going to happen here. There's a high-low scout that's coming up here. I'm going to probably hold off on that. I need to see how it closes. All right, so we have about 40 seconds on this right here. I'm going to do some analysis real quick. It's a little overextended at this point. Yeah, it's a little overextended. I'm not going to take the high-low scalp here. Again, if you guys want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys here, but I'm not going to take it myself personally. I'm just a little worried that the price is going to fake out right here above the resistance. And it might not even close. So it's not even going to close above it, it looks like. Yeah, so it wasn't even a high-low scalp there. Price can actually close above it. All right, so the only opportunity that I was looking for right here, unfortunately, I wasn't able to take because it was touching the sessions, but we will look for some more opportunities here as price moves along. What I'd like to see here, or what we probably want to see, is probably a push up a little bit higher, retrace back down, and then a correction back up. So let's see. Yeah, so another full TP over here. If anybody caught the second touch, I know a lot of you guys like to wait for that second touch right there, liquidity on its way back up to the next level. I'm only looking for quality entries though. No more FOMO moves for me, guys. Had enough FOMO moves for this month so far. So be a little more careful with my entries here. Yeah, Barack said I also see that push up being a good entry, good for my entry. Yeah, no, definitely, Barack, 100%. So price looks like it might try to push up to the next level of liquidity up here. That's the next target over here on the liquidity chart. Looking over here on our clean chart, the thing that you want to be careful for and look out for is a fake out. So price might push up right here, fake out, and then pull back into this lower area below the support. That's what I was worried about, and that's why I didn't want to take the trade if it pushed up too high, because this is basically what's been happening for the past 2-3 months now. You'll see a range get established. Once the range is established, you start to see the fake outs. Right? So we don't have a support here yet, not established a support at least. So once we have the established support, I'll mark the support level. But right now, at this very moment, we don't have a support level to necessarily mark up. If anything, we might have another resistance level right here, and this might be the area of consolidation. So we'll come back to it. I'm hoping we get a sell signal. So I actually would like a sell signal here to come up, because once we have that sell signal, we can look for the correction back up and look for another possible opportunity for entry. Try to open up YouTube here if I can find Pal Live. So there's nothing for Pal Live today, at least not yet. I'll refresh a little later, just so we can kind of follow along to what he's discussing. All right, we didn't get that sell signal. I was hoping we get the sell signal here. Didn't get that there yet. We need the sell signal to confirm retracement. So there we go again with the pending sell signal, but we need that to actually close. As you can see, price is just rejecting off the pivots right here. Yeah, Kevin said, nice call on the fake out. Yeah, I was trying to look out for you guys there just in case. So you know what I'll do here is I'll leave this alone. I'll not mark the zone there yet. I'll just mark this lower zone over here first, so that you guys can kind of see the range. This isn't the established range, but we'll just use this for now so that you guys can see where price is ranging from. So price is really just ranging between this area down here and obviously this is and was a fake out. So you guys can see right there. This goes back into this area down here. So I'm just being smarter about my entries, guys. I know there's a lot of opportunity for FOMO and a lot of entries that may look good, but they're not necessarily the best. But I'm gonna be analyzing the charts pretty fully now, just to be sure that I don't get caught in anything bad here. Because I've been getting caught in fake outs. It seems like every trade I lose is a fake out. It's a trade that could have been easily avoided, but I didn't do a full analysis of the charts before entering the trade. And I'm gonna keep bouncing back between the main chart, the clean chart, sometimes liquidity over here for the most part, main chart and the clean chart, so I can see that I'm not getting caught in fake outs, because pretty much every trade that I've lost over the past couple months, and there's not very many, was because of a fake out that was happening. That could have been easily avoided. And that's kind of what pisses me off even more, because it could have been avoided. All right, so looking at the PRB, let me see if there's a PRB that actually came up yet. All right, so market open right here. We had the rejection right here. Okay, so there's actually a PRB running. So market opened at 630. The trend was confirmed right here. Price pulled back, rejected off the pivots, pulled back up right here, retraced off this green candle, another rejection. And this right here is the PRB that it's currently running right now. So just a heads up for anybody who's looking to take any entries, there's currently the PRB running here. So it looks like buys would look ideal if they do come up, but this is the current PRB that's currently running right now. It's just a little tricky because it's an area of manipulation, of course, and the fake out happened earlier right here. But it looks like a correction here could be the case where it pushes back up. So this is the PRB that's currently running right now. Obviously, I'm not in the position. I'll keep looking at it. We'll use that as a confluence. I do want a sell signal to close. So if the sell signal here would close, then we'll look for the correction back up. Yeah, Rashida said, I hope it closes as a double body and sell signal. Yeah, I agree too. Because that will be the reversal for a correction back to the upside. So you can see again right here, this is another reminder why you want to avoid trading around the sessions, because you guys can see how the manipulation happens here, right? Price will get around this area, then it'll have trouble getting past news or sessions right there, and then it just keeps faking out. So a bunch of fake outs right here in the middle, but I'm looking at this as an opportunity for reversals back to the upside. So we'll look for the sell signal here to close. Once the sell signal closes, I'll be looking for that correction back up. PRB is not looking so great. I'm not in the position now, so it's okay. Again, this is why I don't really like taking the breakouts anymore. The breakouts are good because, well, the breakouts, they're hard to take when you're trading in an area of manipulation. Like this whole area here is super tricky. I wouldn't want to take any trades around this area. And it looks like the rejection over here happened right at the PRB entry too. That green candle happened right at the sessions. So it's tricky. Sell signal still hasn't came up yet. We have another pending sell signal here, which can be invalid. Which would be nice. This is kind of what Rashida just mentioned earlier. She's looking for the double body right here and a sell signal. Would have been nice, but we just don't have that yet. Price is pushing back up right here. So you guys can see how price is faking out. It's really tricky how the market's moving right now. Price faked out right there back into the range below. Another fake out right here. We'll see what happens at this point. So we have a reversal pattern here. What could happen at this point is price can push back up for another retest of the breakout, or price can reject directly off the session, off the range right here, and come back in. There's two different scenarios that can play out here. We can see price reject off the 4-hour resistance and then come back down, or we can see price break above this area and continue climbing. But again, we still have not gotten that sell signal. We need that sell signal to confirm the retracement. So this right here would be another momentum divergence. I know typically it's just one per momentum signal, but again, like I said in the past, sometimes these signals will stay active for a long time, and when they're active longer than usual, then you're going to see multiple opportunities for momentum divergences to come up. Again, I wouldn't take it if it does close on this candle because it is touching the sessions. It's another red flag. But this would have been another momentum divergence setup. You can see how the divergence setup right here, it rejected off where it swung back up into divergence. But again, because it's at the red flag over here on the session, it's not something that I would really mess with. And then on top of that, we already had the momentum divergence come up over here. So I wouldn't really mess with doubles per momentum. For some people, it's fine, but for me personally, I like to wait for the next one. So I personally would look for another sell signal here to come up. I'm hoping it finally comes up. You can see it's been coming up for the past like 4 or 5 candles now. Once this here has closed, I'll be looking for it to correct back up. You know, I'm just waiting for the entry to come to me. That's typically what we do. We wait for the entry to come to us. You want to be patient and disciplined because there's a lot of opportunities out there, but not every opportunity is going to be a good one. So in order for you to get, in order for you to just focus on like quality entries, you just have to be patient and wait for these entries to come. We got Powell coming up in about 7 minutes, so I don't think we're going to get an entry before Powell speaks. But we'll just have to wait. So that's fine. If Powell speaks, I'm okay with taking entries. I just want to make sure that I don't get caught in any fake outs again. So I'm probably only going to look for momentum divergences when he speaks because we'll be moving with the flow of momentum versus trying to catch the tops and bottoms, right? Because you do have reversal patterns on both sides. And I think catching tops and bottoms are going to be super tricky when trading while Powell is speaking. Sell signal still hasn't come up yet. Let's go back over here to our clean chart. So I'm going to keep going back and forth so that you guys can be fully aware of what's going on the chart. So we're still within the range right now. 1 second, guys. All right, so we're still within the range right now, as you can see down below here. I was looking to see if price would push back out and then possibly break out or fake out again, like it did over here, but it did not happen. So price basically faked out right here, came back into the range, retraced up, bounced off the 4-hour resistance, and then came back into the range. We have about 6 minutes until Powell speaks over here at 7 o'clock. So I don't really expect much to happen. Price is probably just going to go back and forth and consolidate until 7 o'clock hits. And then when Powell speaks, you're going to start to see some crazy movement. Powell's pretty much going to cover, you know, the economic overall view for the month of May. He's going to review the NFP news from last week or 2 weeks ago. He's going to review the CPI news, PPI news for this week. So we have PPI that came out earlier over here at 5:30. As you can tell, the news was positive with regard to what their consensus was. And then tomorrow we have CPI news. So we got a lot of news coming up. It's just Powell giving the heads up of like, okay, this is what the economy is looking like at the moment. This is what we're expecting over the next couple of months. He's probably going to discuss interest rates. He already mentioned that interest rates are only going to change once this year. I'm not expecting it to happen anytime soon. It's probably going to happen later in the fall. So maybe September, October, November, but probably not right now. They don't want to increase prices during the summer, of course, when people are vacationing and doing stuff like that. You know, they want people to spend money, of course. So we got 5 minutes till news. Again, guys, just be patient. This whole area right here in the middle, you don't want to trade in this middle area. Whatever strategy you guys are applying, you want to be careful around this middle area right here. Whenever we go to the main chart, if you guys are new here, just remember, don't trade wherever I have lines marked up. So if I have lines marked up from left to right horizontal, this is an area of manipulation. If you zoom out, and you look at where these lines are in the past, you can see all these lines here is where price gets manipulated, right? We have a consolidation right here, huge spike, and you can see where the spikes reject off. They reject off these price points. These are the previous session high lows. So I'm okay with trading in between the areas, but I'll never trade when price is touching any of these lines, because you guys can see whenever price gets near these lines, like for example, over here, this was during London session, price got up to this red line over here and it faked out, right? That's typically what happens. Price will push up, fake out, pull back into the manipulation, fake out again down here, and then it just ranges within these two, within basically all of these lines here. So back to current price, nothing going on here. We're probably gonna get a sideways movement, like I mentioned. I'm hoping we get the sell signal. So the sell signal is what I've been waiting for pretty much for the past 10, 15 minutes. The sell signal has been pending for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, about 15 minutes here. The reason why we're looking for the sell signal is because the sell signal is going to confirm the retracement. You can see that price is bullish here, but we don't have a confirmed retracement yet. You can see the buy signal came up, retraced down, and then from this point here, it kept trying to sell, but it hasn't gotten that yet. So once we get that sell signal, we can start looking for the next buy signal. And the reason why we're looking for a buy here is because if you look at the overall picture, you can see over here from retail sentiment, it's currently 74% short. This indicates that 74% of retail traders are currently selling right now. And this over here will indicate that we should probably do the opposite and buy. Looking over here at the fundamentals, it's currently up 43 points. So it's basically bullish neutral right now. It's not very high. And also looking over here at the technical, as you can see from all the time frames, it's pretty much bullish for the most part. 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bullish, 30 minutes bullish neutral, 10 minutes bullish, 5 minutes bullish, and 1 minute bullish here. So we're just waiting for, and then we finally got the sell signal there. Okay, perfect. So that's exactly what we were looking for. Again, Paul's going to speak over here at 7 o'clock. So I'm going to wait for him to speak, see how price reacts to whatever he has to announce. Obviously, it's going to be PPI, CPI, NFP that happened a couple of weeks ago, and the overall economic optimism for the month of May. Let's see, Nick said he doesn't have the sell signal there. I'm not sure if anybody else does. Here, let me refresh mine. So I'm going to save this chart real quick, refresh. Try refreshing your charts, guys. I always forget to refresh mine too. All right, so yeah, so mine's there now. So there's a sell signal, there's a buy signal. Right, let's check the other charts. There's no BV3 yet. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure why you guys don't have it on yours. Seems like some people have it, some people don't. Yeah, Patricia has it on hers. This happens sometimes. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen sometimes. Yeah, Rashida doesn't have it either. Or, well, I mean, it's okay. You guys can see here on my chart. All right, so Powell's supposed to start speaking right now. Let me refresh this. All right, CNBC is going to. So he's supposed to start speaking right now. But he hasn't started yet. You're probably going to see a bullish push here as people anticipate him to come on. But I wouldn't recommend chasing it, at least not yet. All right, so we have price above these sessions over here. It's currently above the 4-hour resistance, or not yet, it's almost there. All right, so we got Powell speaking, or he's supposed to speak right now. So it's not going to be anything too crazy. I think he's just going to reiterate what's been happening and what's been going off in the news that's been pretty much coming out over here over the past couple weeks. Game said this is not a fake. Then what is this then? This was a fake out. It pushed right back down. Like, how is this not a fake out? Yeah, price will fly, but this is still a fake out. How is this not a fake out? I just want to know your analysis because you sound so confident about about this not being a fake out. This is obviously a fake out. Price broke out of the range right here, faked out, came back into the range, and now it's pushing back up. What you could expect over here is you can expect another fake out. So what is this right here then, game? This could be another fake out right there. Price broke and closed past the resistance. Another fake out back into the range. There's two different scenarios that can play out. Price will either fake out back into the range. That's what a fake out is, or price can break above and continue climbing. I'm just curious to know like what your analysis is. Obviously, price is going to fly. We already said that. We said price is going to fly because Powell's going to speak about how the economy is going to be good, but it's not flying right here. This is obviously not a fly. Price faked out, came back into the range. That's literally what happened, and you can see over here from the chart. Let's go to the 3-minute candle. It's still a fake out, bro. I don't know. I don't know how is this not a fake out. It's a super obvious fake out. Price broke out of the range, faked out, came down. Doesn't matter what time frame you go on. 5-minute, still faked out. 10-minute, still faked out. I'm just curious what your analysis is because you don't have an analysis. You're just saying it's not a fake out, but I want to know it like how do you say that this is not a fake out? So it's not a fake out on the 1, but it's a fake out on the 3. I mean, it's cool, bro. Everybody has their own analysis. I want to like know your analysis. I don't want you to just say, oh, it's a fake out. It's not a fake out. Okay, then why is it not a fake out? Because obviously I'll just leave it up here for now. I was going to take it off because I wanted to clear this out, but I want to know like what your analysis is. Like I'm cool with like dialogue, but if you're just like, oh, that's not a fake out, well, why is it not a fake out then? Because it's pretty obvious that it's a fake out. Anyways, let's go back to the main chart over here, and then we will see what we got. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's a fake out or not. It's pretty obvious like what it is right here. I want to know what your analysis is for like it not being a fake out. But let's just focus on what's going on. Like, I'll just take this off here. Okay, I guess it's not a fake out. I'm wrong. It's not a fake out. It's cool. Um, well, yeah, I don't care. We're gonna focus on what's here right now. So I'm looking for a momentum divergence that's coming up next, guys. We have a buy signal right here. We have a momentum here that is shifting to the upside. And then we have, we're looking for the retracement. So you can see over here from the momentum divergence, price is shifting down right here. And I'm looking for it to come back up. So I'm looking for it to retrace down from this point or consolidate, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to be looking. So Powell is now speaking here. Okay, so I'm glad that he's speaking like this and he's not making like statements. They're kind of just having a dialogue over here between different bankers over here at the Foreign Bankers Association in Amsterdam. So this is okay. I think we can still trade around this point because we're not really going to see too much happen with regard to he's not going to say anything that's going to really affect the market. They're just going to have some dialogue about what's going on in the economy and stuff like that. But he's not going to say anything like, oh, we're going to be raising interest rates or inflation is going to go up or inflation is going to go down, et cetera. We're going to be looking for just basically for the market to move smoothly. You can see over here, the ATR has dropped down quite a bit. ATR was getting closer to 20 earlier. It was like at 21, 22. It's now at 16. So with that said, we're having more of a normal market for the most part. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for the correction. We did have the momentum divergence over here shift down. So if I get some sort of buy, or not really a buy signal, if we get a strong green candle that comes up right here, this is going to be aligned with a high-low scalp. And once we have that right there, I'll be looking to take my buy entry here. So that is what we are looking for over here. All right, so we're gonna wait for price to kind of swing back up. We have the divergence over here that is shifting down below. And we will be looking So we have a sell signal over here that's currently pending. If the sell signal comes up, I mean, that's fine. We're gonna have to wait for the reset anyways, but I'm still looking for price to push up. So I'm just focusing on the divergence down here. I'm looking for like basically a strong green candle to push up and break and close past the higher high over here. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at this point. But we don't really have anything here yet. So if we get a sell signal, that's fine because we can look for a triple confluence for price to break above and close. That's probably better case scenario. But if not, we're still looking for a possible opportunity for this here to basically break and close past the higher high with a strong green candle. So let's go back over here again. The thing that you want to look out for here, again, is the fake out. We got a fake out here, and this will be another fake out here possibly. There's two different scenarios here that can play out. Either price will fake out and pull back down below like it did right here, or the second scenario is that price will push up higher and break and close past this level over here, right? So we have a divergence here that is setting up. Again, this candle would have to close pretty strong. Like it'd have to close, I'd say like past, like, I'll put the entry above this area here. It would have to close like up here. If it doesn't close up here, I'm not going to take it. Because you can see how price is kind of faking out again around this area. Like I said, this is an area of manipulation, right? It's above the resistance point. And this is kind of the setup that might happen again. It might happen, might not. This might be the point where it actually breaks through, but it's not looking like it. So this candle is going to close right here. And we don't have the divergence right there, not yet. So my main focus right now, again, is the divergence down here. I'm looking for this to cross over. So once this crosses over, this is going to confirm that, a push to the upside is likely to happen. And then when we use this in conjunction with the high-low scalp, you have a double confluence right there, right? A triple confluence obviously would be nicer, but the double confluence here does work as well. So like I said earlier, guys, right here, just be careful for what we just identified over here earlier, because the market tends to repeat itself. All right, so again, right here, if the candle closes, it's got to close pretty high, like up here. We got about 5 seconds left. I'll be taking this if it closes high. I'm not going to take this one right here, guys. Hold off on this. Yeah, I didn't close how I wanted it to right here. Unfortunately, it looks like it would have played through too, but it's okay. I'm gonna wait for the next one. Yeah. So I was waiting for it to close and it was looking like it was like down here, but then it ended up pushing up higher from this point. Like at the very last second, which I hate when it happens, but it's all good. Stuff like that happens. Let me go back over here. I just want to confirm if the divergence did close. Slightly. So there's possibly opportunity here for another entry for divergence, guys. I think I'll take divergence here if it closes as a decent green candle. The divergence wasn't very clear on this last one. So this could be the divergence entry for a continuation back up higher. So this candle just has to close decently green. Candle closing 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm in this position right here.
Order filled. Order filled.
So I'm in this one right here for the momentum divergence. Let's see if I can set it right there.
Order submitted.
So that I can follow it and make sure that. So I'm looking for price to push past this higher high here. Basically, where's the TP at 60? My entry was not good though, so I can make this. Small adjustments right there. 60 mark. Or I'm out.
Order filled.
Mounts.
Order filled.
So that's the entry that I was looking for right there, guys, the momentum divergence. I was hoping it'd line up with this one right here, but it didn't close. This one here did close, it played out perfect. So like I said earlier, guys, I think the entries that would be perfect for this type of market that we're currently in, because Powell is speaking, would be momentum divergence. The break and closes past high lows are going to be a little tricky because, I mean, there's obvious reasons here. There's obvious reasons here why, but you can see over here from this point, why I waited for the momentum divergence, because I just want to ride the momentum. Like I already knew momentum was going to shift up right here. And then since it closed, I just ended up pushing right through. So full TP right there, guys. Off that move. And let's keep going on for the next one over here. All right, so there goes the first win for this week. Much needed. First official win. And there's a couple other wins that came up, like the momentum divergence that came up earlier. But yeah, for the most part. What's that? So I'll keep looking for the next opportunity here, guys. Still early in the market, so we got a lot of time. All right, so here are, I'll post my profits here as well. I'm still down for the week, of course, because I lost yesterday, but it's all good. It's all good. We just gotta take it as is. So I'm going to show you my loss from yesterday, of course, to be fully transparent with you guys. So here are my profits so far. I locked in about 900 per account, almost 1,000, close to it, but not quite. There's some slippage across multiple accounts here. Or actually, I started another prop firm right here. So I was in the my funded futures over here, and he banned me. The CEO banned me of my funded futures. Okay, so there's no entries here right now, guys. Don't worry about it. But so since you guys are going to wonder why I have another account down here, I started an account with my funded futures because I posted my progress where we had like I had a crazy win rate over here, and the actual CEO of my funded futures banned me from the group because I just won too much, and then so I just opened an account with them to prove that I can pass theirs too. That's not a big deal. But he basically banned me from their Discord because I posted it's a proper, it's like a performance Discord. So I was posting my performance and he got mad because I was posting I don't know, I guess but it was weird because I've never talked to this guy before. The actual CEO like called me out, and before I could respond to him, he banned me from it. So I was like, fuck it, let's start on my funded futures and just add it to my copier, and then we'll see how it goes. So if you guys are wondering where my extra account is, this is where the extra account is, because this is my my funded future one over here. So this is my personal account. These in the middle are my Apex, and this is my funded future. I don't know, whatever. We got some more profits up here. So there's no entries right now, guys. Don't worry. There's nothing that we're missing right now. I was waiting for this retracement anyway. So the retracement is up, and I'll be looking for the next opportunity once the next buy signal comes up from there. Looking over here at our team profits for the day, we have Andreas, total profit of 2,200 for the day. Nice work, Andreas. Solid profits there. We have Natasha, total profit of 1,120 for the day. All wins here as well. We have Madhu here, total profit of 600. Nice work, Madhu. Not sure if this is a new account, but your profits are looking a lot nicer. Or you have two trades there. Okay, so you have two back to back, a lot bigger than usual. And then we have Casey over here with a total profit of 411. So I basically made about 1,000 per account on mine, but due to slippage and slippage and just bad entry on my main account. That's why my profits were a little less. Yeah, because I made 700 on my main account. I was supposed to make 1,000, but I had to adjust it by 3 points. And then my copiers over here made 900. So go figure. It's all right. I'll take the profit. We'll continue looking for more opportunities here. We have Jonathan over here. Total profit of 1,000 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 accounts, so well over 4,000 for the day. Nice work, Jonathan. And we got Vimal over here. Total profit of 750 for the day. Nice work, Vimal. And we got Delicia over here, total profit of 255 for the day. She has 4 accounts here, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Well over 900 for the day. Nice work, Delicia. All right, back to the charts, guys. There's nothing here yet. The sell signal didn't close, so there's no opportunity for entry here yet. I was waiting for that sell signal to close so that we can have a correction back up. So again, right here, we have another sell signal that is currently pending. Sell signal has been pending for the past 4 candles here. So we had a sell signal here, here, and here. And then it just hasn't closed yet. Once we have the sell signal that actually closes, I'm going to look for the buy signal to confirm the correction back up. We just don't have that yet, but that's what we're looking for, right? That's what we're looking for. So let me go back over here to I'm like thinking twice if I should call this a fake out. Is this a fake out, guys? I don't know, because I'm gonna get called out again for these not being fake outs, because these are pretty obvious fake outs. Fake out right here, fake out. I don't know. I might get in trouble if I call this a fake out. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna let you guys think what you guys think it is. But in my opinion, this is a fake out back into the range. There's no fly here. That was supposed to happen. Pretty sure these are just 2 fake outs. And I'm just messing with you, gamer. I know you just wanted to have your opinion, but bro, these are fake outs. I'll make it as obvious as possible. I'm just trolling you, bro. So don't get mad. I'm trolling you just like you were trying to troll me. You tried to troll me calling these not fake outs, but fake outs played out exactly. And this is what you guys want to look out for. So, I call it as is, guys. Like I tell you guys to look out for the fake outs because that's what you want to be careful for. You don't want to be overextended. For example, right here, you could have got into a buy right here, and this here would have stopped you out if it pulled back into the range. Same with this over here, right? This would have, if you took a buy right here, because we took our buy right there, right? That's where our buy was. So our buy for our entry was not at the very top, but it was in between it. If you guys get caught in those areas, then price can, come back into this right here. And I'm just looking out for you guys. You guys don't have to follow my analysis. Like I said, everybody has their own opinion, but I'm gonna try to help you guys as much as possible with identifying where to look out for trades, because I'm okay with trading within this area. I'm okay with trading, maybe in between this area right here, but I'm not going to try to look for an entry that is too far off. Like, for example, if price comes back down below here, I'm going to be careful for here because price can fake out, back into the range. But yeah, jokes aside, guys, we can have fun here. It's all part of the game, guys. Like everybody has their own analysis, but I'm going to try to use my expertise into preventing you guys from entering bad trades. Because my main goal isn't really to show you guys entries, right? My main goal is to show you guys consistency and discipline to not get caught in bad trades. Because I feel like that's kind of what messes with a lot of people with trading. Like everybody knows how to find those good entries, but a lot of people don't know how to avoid the bad entries. And I think that's kind of what sets us apart from a lot of different groups, because we're not just looking for, okay, these like 1 to 10 hour trades. We're looking for really quality entries, and we're looking to avoid as many bad entries as possible. So price pushed down right here. We had the sell signal come below, and then it rejected directly off the sessions right here. Like I said earlier, this whole area is an area of manipulation. You don't want to trade within this middle area right here. So if that's the case, we can't really trade within the range, which is perfectly fine with me. I'll look for price to push out of this area here, and then I will, look for some opportunities around this middle area here. Or if price wants to come below, that's fine too. I'll look for some opportunities down here. But yeah, you don't want to predict too ahead. Just look for what's going on. You just want to look for what's going on within, like whatever the chart's telling you at that very moment. So For me. Yeah, everyone's just having fun on the YouTube. It's okay, guys. So we're looking for another opportunity here. We don't have it yet, but we're looking for it. I'm looking for the buy signal to come up. Once the buy signal comes up, I'll be looking for price to push out of this area and then possibly look for an entry within this middle point right here. So this is a good thing about identifying fake outs that are kind of far out. So you guys can see how this is far out right here, and this is far out over here. This just gives us the opportunity to trade within this middle area right here. So if price finally comes out of this area where there's the red flags, we can still trade within this area right here in the middle. But let's see, it's 722 right now. $722 right now. We still got some time. Powell's still speaking, I believe. They're going to be speaking for like an hour, guys. So I'm actually really glad that he's not like making statements. He's kind of just having a discussion, because if Powell was making statements, then that's where you would start to see, the bigger pushes in price. Right here, these are just like price is kind of just lingering because this is the current range now. So let me see if I could identify structure here. I mean, not really. There's no need to identify any higher structure. I mean, technically, I could mark up structure up here as the higher resistance, but it's not really necessary. So I'll leave that alone for now. If price pushes up into this middle area and it starts ranging, then at that point I'll mark up structure. But we don't need structure right now. We'll leave that as open, because this is what's really important, this middle area right here. This middle area is the range that we want to look for, because I mean, price can easily come down. It doesn't have to go up. It can also come down from here. But we'll have to look at the trend for that. So the trend right now is currently neutral. I mean, it's trying to be bullish, but it's not there yet. We have a pending buy signal here, which is fine. But again, I'd be looking for the trend here to confirm first. So I'm okay with the buy signal coming up. I'll be looking for something like this to happen. I would like to see some sort of bullish push come up after this. Maybe retrace down a little bit and then swing right back up. If we get something like that, we can take an entry right in between right here. I'll be looking for the momentum divergence again. But we need that buy signal to confirm. That buy signal will confirm the continuation. Once we have that continuation, we can start looking for opportunity. So here's the steps that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the buy signal to close. Once the buy signal closes, I'm going to be looking for the trend here to confirm. Once the trend confirms, I'll be looking for the retracement. So we have the buy signal there. The trend here is now starting to swing back up. So look for price to push up a little bit, retrace, and then climb back up from here. And that's where I'm going to look for my divergence to happen, somewhere down the middle. Let's see what we got here. Nice, nice. Yeah, we do. I knew you were trying to recover the account from from last month. So I'm glad you're one of the people that actually stuck it through. For me, I couldn't stuck it through. I was like, I need to start something new, because it it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work on your psychology, honestly. Trying to build back an account that kind of fell apart. Let's see, HP said nice. So we can add other prop firms to Replicano. Yeah, you can. HP. So if you guys look at my accounts over here, I have my personal account. This is my personal Ninja. And then I have my 20 Apex accounts, and I have my funded futures. My funded futures, I don't have anything against them. So the company I think is okay. The CEO, I don't know. I don't know what's up with them. I heard, because like once he kicked me out of their group, out of their Discord, a lot of people like messaged me like, And then they were like, they were talking to me about the CEO, how he just like talks shit about people. So I guess he just didn't like that I was posting profits up every day. Because I was literally posting a profits every day. You guys saw our win streak. We had like a 17 win streak. And I think he was mad because I was posting up profits from like Apex. I wasn't trying to promote Apex. There's no way you can tell that it's Apex. But like if you guys look at my thing over here, let's see. So if you guys look at my performance, I didn't show anywhere that that my profits were from somewhere else. Like it just shows my performance there. Performance for the month of May, all of my wins here. It doesn't say Apex, doesn't say personal. They could have easily assumed that this was my funded futures. But the CEO, I guess he looked at the account and he's like, nobody in their prop firm is doing this well. So that's why he kicked me out. But it's all good. It's all good. I'll try out their funded company and I'll see if they're legit or not. The thing that I noticed though is that they have like their account is full of fake accounts. Because I looked over here, I'm like, they have where's the number at? It usually says how many members they have in their group. Like they have like 40,000 members, but if you look at their profits, there's barely anybody posting. Like if you look at their profits here, I was the one that was posting profits every day. Like I posted my profits there. I posted my profits here. Everyone was like giving me fire emojis because everyone thought it was fire. But CEOs is just a hater. He just got mad because I'm the only one posting profits in here. He didn't really have many people here posting profits, so whatever. I just stood out. So now my goal is to pass their challenge and then be consistent with them as well. And go from there. Yeah, Rashida said I like that they don't limit your amount to payout. How's their payouts, Rashida, though? Are they like fast like Apex or are they kind of because I wasn't sure if they were connected to any of the other prop firms that were out. I know there's a couple other prop firms. I know, Daniel, right? Yeah, I know. So they're probably gonna deny you once they see your name. Let's not jinx it now. We'll see. All right, cool, sure. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, whatever. I'll run it and then I mean if they don't want to pay me out, they can just refund me. I just wanted to prove a point that I can run on their platform too. The only thing I don't like about their accounts is that their accounts are so small and the profit goal is just kind of high. It's similar to Apex, but they're they only go up to 150 accounts. All right, so I'm looking for the momentum divergence. We got the retracement right here, guys. This is exactly what I was looking for. Now I'm going to be looking for it to swing back up. So don't worry, guys. We're not missing out on anything here. We're just waiting. Oh gosh, okay, Rashida. So they have an end of day. Nice, nice. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, with our trading style, it works well with Apex, but it's hard with like other trading styles are hard with Apex because of the trailing drawdown. Makes it difficult. Yeah, Gail said Kodi Kai is one place to place trade smiling. Comedy came in handy today. Yeah, no, there's like a whole another chat here that's going on. Yeah, so you're kind of missing out on like the Zoom chat. But I mean it's funny both ways. I try to make it accessible to everybody. Lamal's asking, does it mean we could hit our trailing drawdown and recover before the close of day? That's what it sounds like, but I don't know. I mean, I still wouldn't risk it to like go past my trailing drawdown for the day. But yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like, Lamal. Sounds like you can go past your trailing drawdown and then still be able to recover before the end of the day, as long as you don't hit your max drawdown. Or I could be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, probably look at videos on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's videos on YouTube explaining how the EOD works. I think EOD is kind of similar to Top Step. They have something similar. But the thing with Top Step is that they'll shut you down. Like they have the parameters in place. But I already do that myself. So I already have the parameters set up on my own Ninja. So I don't make any, dumb mistakes, of course. All right, so we don't have the momentum divergence yet, guys. I'm still looking for it. The volatility here is dying down a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Daniel said the market is dying. Yeah, I know. You guys can tell it's pretty obvious. The market is starting to slow down a bit. ATR is starting to come down a bit as well. So we just got to focus on the candles here because there can be like an instant green candle that will just spike up and then it'll create the momentum divergence and we might miss it. That's the thing that I'm kind of worried about. Because that's usually what happens, right? When you least expect it, price spikes up and then it provides an entry that we completely miss. And then like one person takes it. Yeah, exactly. Nick said watching for that. Yeah, that's literally what happens. Like we'll kind of like not look at the chart for a little bit and then it'll just come spiking up at the last second. Let's see if Powell's speaking right now. Okay, so Powell's actually speaking right now. We need him to say something good. You need to say something good about the economy right now. Yeah, Daniel said need Powell to tell everyone that they effed up to stir the market up. I know, right? All right. We will keep looking. We will keep waiting. $7.33 right now. Okay, so the thing that you guys want to pay attention to is the ATR down below. You just want to make sure the ATR isn't getting too low. It went from 15 to 16, so that's good. And then it went drop back down to 15. So you kind of want to see the ATR stay above 15. If the ATR starts to drop below 15 and it goes down to 14, 13, or 12, then you can see that the market is going to start consolidating a lot harder. Right now, it's kind of in a range. It's not consolidating super hard. Well, actually, it kind of is. If you look over here on the clean chart, it's a little more obvious how price is consolidating down this area right here. So the consolidation started. It's consolidating within the 4-hour resistance. So this zone right here is the 4-hour resistance. We mark this up pre-market, and that's kind of where price is bouncing between. So it's just going back and forth between this area, and you just want to focus on the ATR. The ATR is going to be the deciding factor right now whether the market's going to move or not. Because if it keeps getting slow, if it keeps getting lower and lower, the market's just going to stay slow. And you can see right there, it's doing exactly what I just warned you guys about. So I said, look out for the ATR to drop below 15, down to 14, 13, or 12. And if that becomes the case, then there's probably not going to be any good entries to take right now because the market's going to go sideways for a bit. There's going to be a breakout eventually, but I wouldn't take any trades as the market kind of just goes sideways like this. This is what happened yesterday. If you guys remember, the pivots were just going sideways and they're squeezing. And then I ended up taking a high-low momentum scalp, which I should have just avoided because it was already a late entry. And then price just ended up spiking in the opposite direction. So just pay attention to the ATR down here. Looks like the volatility is picking up a little bit. I didn't really want to sell signal, but I mean, it's fine if the volatility picks up from here. Yeah, Nick said the 5 minutes looking good for a buy. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like we can reject off the pivots here and swing right back up. So I can see that too. I mean, price might just tumble back down right here. I'm okay with the sells too, guys. So I'm fine with the sells. If price wants to come down further, that's completely fine. I'll look for price to come down to this point below the if anything, price is probably going to try to hit opening price right here. It's back to open. I just realized there's all these sessions down here, so I actually don't want price to be down here. But it's okay. If price comes down to this point, maybe we'll have one opportunity for entry down here. But price pretty much looks like it's coming back to open. I mean, realistically, if you look at where price moved for today, it didn't really move very much. So market opened right here at 630. Price came down, it shot up, ranged here for a bit, pushed up a little bit, faked out, came back into the range, pushed back up, retraced back down to the range, and now it's right back at opening price. So if you're looking at the market from a, from a bigger perspective or from a bigger lens, you'll see that the market didn't really do anything today. It kind of faked out in both directions. It opened right here at 630, came down a little bit, pushed up, came right back down, and now it's started to tumble down even lower. Looking over here at the retail sentiment, is still at 74% short. So you don't really see much of a movement here with regard to sentiment at that point. All right, we got price dumping down. We got the trend over here starting to shift a little bit. So it looks like we might be looking for some sells here at this point. Which is fine. I mean, it doesn't bother me that we're taking sells. We're looking for sells. I just kind of wish that the market would move a lot smoother. I want to go back to those days where we had like, 5, 10 entries come up in one day. Those are like prime entries. Because if we had days like that, it'd make all the difference, especially when you're trading a slow market like this, because it's kind of boring sitting around for like an hour and seeing like one entry come up, right? The good thing about this is that the market shifts. So the market's not always going to be like this. This is like where patience and consistency comes in the most. If you guys can stick to your trading plan and not make any mistakes around these time periods, you're golden because when the market picks back up, you'll be able to take a bunch of entries, right? Let's take a look at liquidity. So liquidity is pretty far off. It's actually not getting anywhere near it yet. The second level over here got hit earlier today. I'm not sure if anybody caught that second level of liquidity up there. But both levels of liquidity here got hit from full TPs. So we had the first one get hit right here on open. And then we had this one over here get hit a little later around like 7:09 when we took our entry. So the liquidity over here, our entry from this morning actually lined up with a lot of entries. So we had our entry right here, plus we had liquidity, plus we had a high-low scalp. There's just so many confluences there for our entry that came up earlier today. Otherwise, there's nothing else here that's come up. The breakout V3 actually came up right here too. I'm not sure if anybody identified that. Or actually, no, it came up over here. The breakout V3 actually lost because it was at the sessions earlier this morning. Yeah. There was another one here that came up though. That was right after it. Yeah, the continuation over here worked. It was just at opening price though, so I wouldn't have taken it because it was at the red flag, but the continuation down here did play through. I don't know if you caught that, Sadie. All right, it's not looking like we're gonna get many entries here from now, guys. The problem with this here at this moment is that we have all the sessions down here. So we have a possible momentum divergence that's coming up. The only problem again is that we're at the session, so it's not looking good. Yeah. So this is the entry that I would have been looking for. So if this candle closes as a decently red candle, a decent to strong red candle, meaning, the body down below is pretty strong. There's no wick on the bottom, or there's a little wick. This would have been the entry that I was looking for. I'm okay with the retracement though. So let's see if this retraces up a little bit. Okay, so what I'd be looking for here is I would look for price to maybe retrace up a little bit and then maybe come back down. The only problem is that there's not enough space here. So you guys will see there's not enough space to take any entries in between this area. We don't have the confirmation of momentum divergence yet, but we need price to push up a little bit. And if it does come back down, which is a possibility, we got like 28 points to trade with in this area between opening price and the sessions below. So it's 7:42 right now, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm here to help you guys out. So if there's anything that you guys want me to cover, anything that you guys want me to review, also, if you guys are new here and you guys want to, learn these strategies, or if you guys are not even new here and you guys want to relearn the strategies, remember that I pretty much revamped the entire website. So if you guys haven't been on the website, I recommend you guys do. Let me just pull it up for you guys real quick so that you guys can see. Yeah, because the whole course has pretty much been revamped. So if you guys haven't looked at it, it's a lot more organized. Okay, so if you guys sign up, again, if you guys are new here or if you guys don't have access to this or anything like that, just go to the website, kodikaitrades.com, click on unlock your free access right here. This will give you access to the free intro course. If you guys want access to the indicators and the strategies, that's fine as well. But if you guys go to the free intro course, this is what the free intro course would look like. You guys will see over here that everything's pretty much, it's ordered in a way that you can pretty much learn everything that you need to in the order that you need to learn them. So if you guys want to learn about any of the indicators, all the indicator videos are right here. The only one that we don't have up yet is the momentum divergence. I'm getting around to putting that together. It shouldn't take too long. And then over here, you can see the strategy types, directional strategies, sideways strategies, breakout strategies, and then they're broken down right here. So module 5 has all the directional strategies. If you guys are curious about the strategies that we're applying, everything here is covered except for the momentum divergence, which there really doesn't need to be a video because I cover it every day, but I will create the video for that once I have time. The sideways strategies over here, high-low momentum scalp. That's what Sadie over here took earlier when he took that sell and took the win. Consolidation variation, high-low scalp V2. This entry hasn't been coming up very much, but if it does come up, I'll show you guys. And then obviously the breakout strategies down here. So I just want to make it clear that if you guys haven't looked at the website, feel free to check it out. There's a lot of information, there's just a lot of stuff to cover here. And if you guys want to look at the old course, you can scroll down even lower and you can see from down here, this is the legacy course. So if you want to look at anything down here, you're free to look at anything down here as well. There's like thousands of videos in here. So, you guys have a lot of resources there to get up to speed and be able to follow us here on these live sessions and just take trades with us while we take them here live. All right, guys, so we have a buy signal here that's coming up. So there goes a retracement buy signal right there. This looks like it could possibly set up for a V1 variation. You guys can see that there's a double body rejection here that's setting up. I'm not going to take this for a V1, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up there that there is possibly a V1 variation. This is also going to be setting up as a CV entry. So if this candle here closes red, but it's a partial red candle, so say, for example, this red candle here is not bigger than this green candle. This is going to be a CV entry for a sell. I don't think there's any other CV entries here. Yeah, no other CV entries that have come up today. But this could be a possible CV entry that is also in line with a V1 variation. I'm not going to take this trade here, but I'll mark it up for you guys. The reason why I'm not taking it is because this prior candle over here is touching the opening price. Looks like it's going to hit TP. Full TP right there. So if you guys take the CV entry, full TP right there. I would have taken it, but you can see over here that this green candle was touching the opening price. That's why I didn't really want to take it. because again, like I said, I'm not going to take any more FOMO entries, guys. Like the only entries that I lose are based off FOMO, right? This here is a red flag for me, so I can't take a trade there. I need to stick to my trading plan. So nice work, Nick, on catching that trade. It's all good if you guys caught it or didn't catch it. I like luckily I was able to show you guys a CV entry because as I was going down the list, I totally forgot about it. And I was like, oh, this entry hasn't come up in a while. So luckily I saw the CV entry right there, consolidation variation. And it like literally came up as I said that right here. So yeah, nice work, Nick. Yeah, Nick said it was a solid one. CV and V1 candle wasn't touching opening price, so he decided it was solid. Yeah, no, the actual entry candle wasn't touching it, so that's perfect. And it actually like when you see a strong rejection like that, that's a good sign, right? Super strong rejection right there. And this right here didn't even push back up, so played out perfect. Yeah, exactly. Patricia said double body as well. Yeah, it was a V1 with a CV. So nice work, Nick. Wish I would have caught that with you, but it's okay. I'm gonna be on the safer side. So I've been making a lot of dumb mistakes lately, as you guys have noticed, unfortunately. Um, I'm getting better at it though. You know, I just get FOMO. I get FOMO just like you guys. You guys think just because you've been trading for so long, you know, the FOMO's gone away. The FOMO is still there, especially during a market like this where the market's super slow. I still want to take entries, even though I know they're not really good entries. And I got to pay the price. So unfortunately, I'm still in the negative for this week, but you guys can see I'll be able to bounce back from this. It's not a not a position that I've never been in before. So I just got to stick to my game plan, stick to my trading plan, not mess anything up. And yeah, after like one or two more wins, I think we'll be back in the green for the week. So hopefully today's Wednesday, so we have 2 more days in the market after this. Let's take a look at the news for tomorrow. We have a lot of news for tomorrow, actually. So we have CPI news. This is inflation. There's a ton of high impact news. We have inflation rate year over year, manufacturing index, retail sales, core inflation rate month over month, retail sales month over month, auto sales, inflation rate, core inflation rate, CPI. We got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow pre-market. So, oh, today's Tuesday. Thanks, guys. I even lost track of the week. Yeah, you guys are right. My bad. We got 3 days, so we got a lot of time here. You know, 3 days to take 3 more solid entries, and I'll be back in profit for this week. So I'm just gonna stick to my guns, and I'm gonna make sure that I don't make any more mistakes this week. Even though they look like good entries, I'm not gonna take them unless they fit my criteria. But we have a lot of news tomorrow, so we got a ton of news tomorrow morning. Expect the market to be pretty crazy on open because you're gonna see some big spikes. So you guys can see how we had this big spike over here this morning, right? This big red candle. You're gonna see this again tomorrow. So expect this again tomorrow, big spike, and then we'll be trading within the correction or consolidation or continuation, depending on like where the market wants to go. We have gas stock change at 7:30. So pretty much all day tomorrow, there's a lot of news. 5:30, 7:30. And then on Thursday, we have some more high impact news. And then Friday's kind of flat. So, all right, guys, it's 7:50 right now. Not really expecting much to happen from now until 8 o'clock. As you guys can see, the market is kind of stuck in between these red flags over here. Like I said before, this is not a good area to trade in right down the middle. So if you guys don't need to trade, which I'm pretty sure nobody here has to, I would just sit out of the market. If you guys want to trade later, go ahead and take a look at the market like after 9 o'clock. Between 8 and 9 is usually a dead period. This is the market kind of flattens out a little bit, and then it picks up again over here at 9 o'clock once people are back from lunch. After 9, you can basically trade from here up until power hour, you know, around 12, 11:30, 12. And then that'd be the end of the session. So, all right, guys. Yeah, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap this up for the day. Yeah, Nick said, good on you, mate. Just analyze each entry fully. If it feels rushed, don't take it. That last CV didn't feel rushed for me. I was actually waiting for it to come up, and that's why I was comfortable taking it. Yeah, and I agree with you too, Nick. I saw it coming up because we already had a bearish trend over here, and it looked good. I mean, you know, the V1 variations and the CV entries are actually perfect during these types of markets because you can see how the range here got established. And I'm pretty sure you saw it just as clear as I did. There was a directional movement, and then you can see how price came up right here, and it was just perfect because it established the range. So your analysis was on point on that, Nick. I would have taken it if I was in a chicken. If I didn't lose the trade yesterday, I would have taken it today. But with that said, I gotta be a little more careful with the mistakes. I think Nick took like 2 or 3 trades today, right, Nick? Yeah, about 3, I think. That's what I thought. Yeah, Mamal's asking, but I'm pretty sure it's about 2 or 3 because you took one from earlier. This one from earlier, you took the momentum divergence I took, and you took one right here too. Rashida said she took NASDAQ on her My Funded Futures, nothing on Apex. Nice. Well, it's good to see that you guys are on that prop firm as well. Let's see. Austin's asking, hey, is there a reason you don't trade NQ? Love your patience. There's no specific reason. I mean, the main reason is that I just trade YM. So I've been trading YM for about how long now, guys? Like 6 years now. So we've been trading YM every morning for like 6 years. The thing that I've noticed and the thing that I've learned from other traders, like legit traders, not like trading gurus, because I study a lot of interviews from like a lot of like very successful traders, not traders who are like on Instagram or YouTube, but like traders who actually are legit, like S&B Capital. That's like one of the firms that I follow a lot. They're like one of the big firms in New York that trade futures. They kept mentioning this thing where it's like, one good trade, one good asset. So like for me personally, I've been trading YM for like about 6 years now, every day in the morning. So I know exactly how it moves during this time period. That's the main reason why I trade YM. There's nothing wrong with NQ. It's just that I've kind of mastered how to identify YM. I know how to stay calm under like certain circumstances. I know how to understand market conditions, market structure, and et cetera. Like I know when to avoid trades. So for me personally, YM is just the asset that I like to trade. There's other people in the group who do trade NQ, and we can pull up NQ real quick just to show you guys. NQ, you can use the same strategies for NQ, like literally the same exact strategies. So you can see over here, there's like a breakout V3 continuation, etc. The main reason why I don't like NQ, well, from the very beginning, was that I started trading indices and futures back during COVID. And the thing with NQ is that NQ is super manipulated back then. So that's why I never wanted to mess with it. But there's nothing wrong with NQ. You can see that my strategies here work fine with NQ as well. So you can see over here, if you're familiar with the breakout V3 continuation, you look for a buy signal and you look for a following green candle, right? You got these two lined up right there. Same strategy that we're applying here. It works perfectly fine on NQ. So my strategies do work on different assets. It's just for me personally, it's just a personal preference. I don't like trading NQ because I've traded YM for so long. And I know that that's my edge. So if you like NQ, that's great. Everybody always asks me the same question. Even other people who trade futures, a lot of people like NQ because they feel that it's more volatile and it's more predictable. But once you trade a certain asset long enough, it'll be predictable to you. Like YM is super predictable for me because I've been doing it for so long. And if I was doing NQ for that long, would have been the same thing. Yeah, no problem, Austin. Let's see if there's anything else here. Okay. All right. So I think that's it for the day, guys. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll be back here, same place, same time tomorrow. It's 7:55 right now. It's about 5 minutes till 8. As you guys know, 8 minutes to 8 o'clock is basically the cutoff for me officially. This is because the market dies down after 8. So you can see the market is getting slow right here. It's just going to get slower as it gets closer to 8 o'clock. So I don't recommend anybody trade from now until 8 o'clock. If you guys do want to trade, come back in about an hour when people are back from lunch. And the volatility should pick back up at least a little bit, if not a lot more. So, all right, guys, if there's any questions, reach out. Otherwise,